Hello! Welcome to Trivia Night Triad. This might be your first game. I know that Oak Auto Cells and New Era Motors, who are sponsoring tonight's game, have talked it up on their pages, so I'm sure we have a lot of new viewers tonight. But basically, if you're new to the game, the way this works, there are 4 rounds of 10 questions. Each round gets harder than the next round. And if I balanced it properly, basically there's pictures and video clips and song clips in each round. There's also regular questions. Again, tonight's game is sponsored by Oak Auto Cells. They were nice enough to provide prizes for us. I'm going to make this a small... but anyway, we're starting. Again, tonight is sponsored by Oak Auto Cells. We've got 3 prizes tonight for first, second, and third place winners. Please don't cheat. Don't look up answers. This is for fun, and I know there's prizes, but it sucks to I mean, you're basically stealing if you're cheating. So feel bad if you do. But please don't. And we're going to start with this game, round 1, number 1 tonight. What's the name of the monster there? It's a monster pictured up on the screen over here. What's his name? That's number 1. Hopefully you got yourself a nice tasty beverage. I just poured one for myself. Been trying to support local breweries during this. I went to Beer Co. and got a bunch of crowlers before this all started. And this one's from Wicked Weed. It's the Fresh Press, which is some kind of wheat beer. I don't know anything about it, so I'll try that. Number 2, what everyday item has the chemical composition NaCl? Again, what everyday item has the chemical composition NaCl? Tastes like a grapefruit wheat beer. It's pretty refreshing, actually. Pretty good. Do you win a car? If you won a car, I would have rigged it myself and had somebody like with the answers over on the other side. No, it is Sheetz prepaid gas cards, which you can also use for food if you prefer. I should host with a NASCAR style fire suit with all my sponsors on it. I would love that, and maybe you can hook me up with that, or maybe a NASCAR sponsor, eh, Andrew? I am using an Epcot, which is close to New Jersey. No, number 3, what is this landmark known as? What's the landmark pictured on the screen? That is number 3. Number 4, man, that beer is a strong beer. No, I'm just kidding. What sport does Roger Federer play? What sport does Mr. Federer play? Let's go on to number 5. What company manufactures these automobiles? The emblem is on the front there. Hopefully you can make that out over on your side. But what company manufactures those automobiles? And what a steal. This one is only $24.99. There's the phone number and website if you'd like to call Oak Auto and give them a ring. They've got plenty of affordable cars, just like this one. What's the company that manufactures that one is the question. And again, that emblem is on the front there. If you can't see it very well, looks kind of like an H. Number 6 tonight is what beer is famous for its blue ribbon logo? Again, what beer is famous for its blue ribbon logo? Also, I was going to mention this just as well, since I noticed that this is in a campus gas glass. They ended up having to shut down for a little bit here because they weren't making quite enough to stay open. But places like Campus Gas, places like Old Nick's, both Arcadia and in Louisville, they could use your help right now, even if you're not going out. Maybe throw them a message on Messenger. Tell them you want to buy a t-shirt or a gift card. Everything's helping them out right now with this lockdown. So, number 7, what movie's in the clip? It's got a movie clip. Questions, what's the movie?
Okay, grab shell, dude.
Grab what?
So, what brings you on this fine day to the EAC?
Well, Dory and I need to get to Sydney. Dory, is she all right?
A little blue. She is sub-level, dude.
let him hit me, raise it, baby, stay with me. I love it. Love game, intuition, play the cards with spades to start. And after he's been hooked, I'll play the one that's on his heart. I'll get him high, show him what I got. I'll get him high, show him what I got. Can't read my, no, we can't read my poker face. She's got no love, nobody. Can't read my, no, we can't read my poker face. She's got no love, nobody. Poker face, poker face. Poker face, poker face.
All right, so we're back. Let's go over that first round. People did really well. We'll start and go to number 1. It was, what's the name of that monster? It is Elmo. Elmo, I think his last name is Monster. I think he's Elmo Monster. Number 2, what everyday item has the chemical composition sodium chloride, NaCl, and that is salt. Number 3 is, what is that landmark known as? It's the Sphinx, and you're welcome. I don't count off for spelling. Number 4, what sport does Roger Federer play? And he plays tennis. Number 5, what company manufactures those automobiles? That, I believe that's a CRV, and that is from Honda. And again, that's $24.99. But Michael Slater from Oak Auto Sales in Kernersville says, if you come and buy that vehicle and mention Trivia Night Triad, he'll knock another $500 off that price. So I'm providing you with deals as well as prizes. So number 6, what beer is famous for its blue ribbon logo? And that's Pabst Blue Ribbon PBR. Number 7 is, what movie's in the clip? It was Finding Nemo. Number 8, who was the founder of and CEO of Apple until his death in 2011? I'm going to have to go check on her in a second. Is Steve Jobs. Number 9. What number president is Donald J. Trump? He's number 45, 45th president. Number 10 is, who's this banner artist? And that is not Madonna, which somebody said in the comments. Obviously, it was a joke. It's Lady Gaga. All right, we're going on to round 2. Oh, but first, if you're looking for something sporty, are you looking for something eco-friendly like a hybrid car? How about something a little more off-road like a Jeep Wrangler? Or possibly you need something to haul some stuff around. Well, you can go over to Oak Auto Sales because they also help out families. And they'll help you get into the vehicle that you need. So you need a new car, a new used car, because that's what they deal in, is used cars. Go hop over to Oak Auto, North Carolina. It's right off of I-40 Business. If you're coming from Winston-Salem, you take a left, go towards downtown, and then you kind of like take the road when it splits, and it's like about halfway before you get to Main Street. Let's go to round 2. Number 1. Who's pictured there? Who's pictured on screen number 1 in round 2? What should a person with celiac disease try to avoid as much as possible? Again, if you have celiac disease, what do you try to avoid as much as possible? There should be a question mark at the end of this. I don't know why there's not, but there should be, damn it. Number 3 tonight in the second round. What company's emblem is shown there? You can get that one for $44.99, but it is available. I imagine that same deal stands, $500. I'll have to verify that's true, but I imagine if you mention my name over there at Trivia Night Triad, they might hook you up on this car as well. It is, what company's emblem is shown there? It is on the screen for number 3. What periodic table element is represented by Ni? Or if, as the Monty Python troupe would say, what periodic table element is represented by Ni? You see Monty Python and the Holy Grail, you know what I'm talking about. It's a funny movie. We're going on, however, to our 5th question of the night, second round. It is, what movie's in the clip? What movie's in the clip? It's a movie. It's got a clip. What's the movie's the question? What year did World War II end in? What was the year that World War II ended? Yeah, it's definitely like some kind of grapefruit wheat beer, and I'm really digging that. That would be like really nice on a hot day, I think. Fresh Pressed by Wicked Weed. They're located in Asheville. I don't think I've... Wait, no, have I been there? No, I have not been to Wicked Weed. I need to take a trip to Asheville and visit some breweries. They do have... I did go to Asheville, though. They have a pinball museum, and it's not just like a museum. You can play most of the machines. There's a few that you can't play because they're like relics or something, but like... You should go check it out whenever this is over. Like, whenever we can leave our houses again. They have a pinball machine. I think it was like $10 for unlimited play for the entire day. And they had, I don't know, like 40 pinball machines, a few arcade games, and I think they have like a Sega Genesis there too. Yeah, it's really cool, and they serve beer as well. And I think they might have snacks. But it was really cool. We went there for like 2 or 3 hours, and I played like... my favorite pinball machine for like 30 minutes. Number 7. What's the name of that character? It's pictured up there. What's his name is the question. Number 8 is, what is the name of Winston-Salem's minor league hockey team? If you're not from North Carolina, put that in your answer. But what's the name of Winston-Salem's minor league hockey team? That's number 8. What did they call suicide dive bomber planes from Japan during World War II? Again, what did they call those suicide dive bomber planes from Japan during World War II? Number 10 is, who is this band or artist? Who is this band or artist? Alright, we're going over round 2. That was music from Katamari Damacy, the video game, which was featured on Nerd Trivia this weekend, I think. I do Nerd Trivia on Saturdays at 8 o'clock, so you should come play that if you are a nerd. Also, I might have like a couple like trinket prizes again. Like last week I gave away a Rancor Tooth tasting glass from the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And then this coming week I've got small little things like that to give away. Unless I get a sponsor. If you know somebody that wants to sponsor either just regular trivia night like tonight, or if they want to sponsor Nerd Trivia, send them my way. Because I'll gladly take sponsors and have prizes for people. Round 2, number 1. Who's picture there? It's Wolf Blitzer. Wolf Blitzer from the Situation Room. Number 2, what should a person with celiac disease try to avoid as much as possible? Well, this beer is a good example since it's a wheat beer. Gluten or wheat would be something they would want to avoid so they don't die or something. Number 3, what company's emblem is shown there is Hyundai. Hyundai. Again, spelling doesn't count off, so yeah, you all got it. As long as it looked like Hyundai might come out of it. Same thing for number 9. But I was also alerted. Slater says same deal. If you come in, you want this Hyundai, $500 off that price. And just mention Trivia Night Triad is how you got that. He'll kick that off the price for you. Number 4. What periodic table element is represented by Ni? It's nickel. Nickel. Number 5. What movie's in the clip? And that second round clip was from the movie Prince, the Prince movie, Purple Rain. Purple Rain. Number 6. What year did World War II end in? It ended in 1945. 1945. Number 7, what is that character's name? And that's Ace Ventura. Ace Ventura from Pet Detective and When Nature Calls. Number 8, what is the name of Winston-Salem minor league hockey team? That was the Carolina Thunderbirds. The Thunderbirds. Number 9, what did they call suicide dive bomber planes from Japan in World War II? Kamikaze. Kamikaze. Number 10, which also did not count off for your spelling. Number 10, who's the band or artist? It was Led Zeppelin. It was Led Zeppelin. We're going on to round 3. Number 1 is... Oh, I forgot! You can meet Ivy the Super Sales Dog. This is one of the perks of going to Oak Auto Sales. This lovely dog is there for you to pet and show you around the lot. She's there every day, Ivy the Super Sales Dog. Isn't she cute? She looks very surprised to see you. Round 3, number 1 is... What year did we land on the moon in? What year did we land on the moon? And when I say we, I mean America. So what year did the U.S. NASA land on the moon? Number 2, what team used to have that logo? What team used to have the logo that's pictured right there on the screen? What's the oldest city in the United States? What is the oldest city in the U.S.? It is number 3. What sport is being played in this clip? Got a clip. Question is, what sport's being played in it?
That shit crack.
Number 5. What world's top 20 tennis player went to Page High School in Greensboro? He's actually 21 now, I think I checked today. But usually he teeters right around the bottom of the top 20. What world top 20 tennis player went to Page High School, which is located in Greensboro, North Carolina? Number 6. This Sorrento is made by Kia, which is headquartered in what country? Again, this is a Sorrento made by Kia, a Kia Sorrento, if you will. Where is that headquartered, that Kia company? And it is available for $39.99 at Oak Auto Sales in Kernersville on Bodenhammer Street, I think is the name of the street. It's whatever the NC66 turns into when you head downtown. Fairly certain. Oh yeah, I meant to bring this in as a talking point. I can't remember the exact number, but I want to say when I looked at the website on oakautonc.com that I think like 18 of the 19 cars that they have for sale there are under $5,000. So they've got a lot of really good deals there. Go check them out if you're in the market for a car. Or somebody that you know maybe is in the market for a car. Number 7. Where is the headquarters for the Miller Brewing Company? Apparently this was the where is everything headquartered round. Where's the headquarters for the Miller Brewing Company located? And $500 off of that vehicle too. If you want, go say Trivia Night Triad. We got a $500 off deal for you there, making that price $34.99. I mean, that's a steal right there. This is a beautiful car. It's like I work for that company. I mean, I kind of do tonight, I guess. Number 8. Who's that character? Who's the character on the screen? It's number 8. Who's the current U.S. Secretary of State? Who is the current American Secretary of State? And that is number 9. Number 10. Who's the band or artist? Who's this band or artist? Here's that song for you, and good luck.
Across the floor, they've got the moves. You drop your drink, then they bring you more. All the school kids so sick of books, they like the funk and the metal band. When the buzzer rings, they're walking like an Egyptian. All the kids in the marketplace say, way-oh, 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 way-oh. Walk like an Egyptian. Slide feet up the street, bend your back, shift your arm, then you pull it back. Let's hard, you know. So strike a pose on a Cadillac if you want.
Alright, we're going to go over that final, or third round rather. Number 1 in round 3 was what year did we land on the moon in? And that was 1969. And every time I think of that, I think of that episodes of Even Stevens where she sings the song about we went to the moon. It was a great time. Number 2. What team used to have that logo? And that, I keep thinking it's the Virginia Cavaliers. It is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number 3. What is the oldest city in the United States? It's St. Augustine, Florida. St. Augustine, Florida. Number 4, what sport is being played in the clip? It was Quidditch. Quidditch, the Harry Potter sport. Number 5, what world top 20 tennis player went to Page High School in Greensboro? And that's John Isner. I think it's Isner, not Eisner. John Isner. Number 6, this Kia Sorento is made by Kia. It's headquartered in South Korea, or Korea. Korea is the answer. But this car is worth $39.99. However, if you say Trivia Night Triad to Michael Slater at Oak Auto Sales, he'll hook you up and make that $34.99. You're welcome. Number 7, where's the headquarters for Miller Brewing Company? And that is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Milwaukee. Number 8, whose picture there? That is Jack Skellington. Jack Skellington from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Why do I have so much beer left? Number 9. Who is the current U.S. Secretary of State? And that's Mike Pompeo. Mike Pompeo. And number 10 was, who's the band or artist? It was the Bengals with Walk Like an Egyptian. There's Ivy, the super sales dog, showing off cars all around the lot. She's so adorable, I figured you can have a slide full of Ivy. She's selling a Chevrolet, whatever that is. Tahoe, probably. I don't know cars. Then there's these gray ones. Here she is testing out the back seat. Here she is testing out the passenger seat. Cars available, dogs not included. And at Oak Auto Sales, se habla español. Double the points round. And their first question in that is, I bet, a clip, because that's typically what it is. Yep, it's what movie's in the clip. What's the movie in the clip? Here's the clip. What's the movie? It's a long clip. And not so subtle reference to Battleship Potemkin, which is a silent Russian film with a, I'm pretty sure it's similar scene coming down the staircase. I think a baby carriage too. It's been a long time since I have seen that because I was in film class a long time ago. Number 2, who directed the film North by Northwest? Who directed North by Northwest? It's a great movie if you haven't seen it. It's probably streaming somewhere. You should watch it. Yeah, that's it for that one. Is who directed that film? Number 3 is, what show is that image from? It's a cartoon series, dated looking, and question, what is that show? That's number 3. is something with a pH level of 2 an acid or is it a base? It's one or the other, so you got a 50-50 shot here. It's something with a pH level of 2, an acid or a base. That's it for number 4. Let's go to number 5, which is probably an ad. Yes! This car is part of the luxury brand for what major automaker? You want to go to Oak Auto Sales, looking for something a little bit fancier, you know, you're not looking for the low tier stuff, you're looking for the fancy, and that's available for $89.99. It is, am I allowed to say this? Yes, I can say that. This is a Lexus, and again, because that's not what the question's asking. The car is part of the luxury brand. Lexus is part of the luxury brand for what major automaker? So they're the luxury brand of something else. That's what Lexus is. What is that regular brand that Lexus is the luxury brand of? And that is number 5. But we're gonna move on to number 6, and that is, who was the first president to name an African American to his cabinet? Who was the first U.S. president who appointed an African American to his cabinet? That's number 6. Number 7. Who is this former Olympian turned convicted murderer? Again, this guy was an Olympian, I want to say, like 8 years ago, maybe? I don't think it was 4 years ago. Maybe it was 4 years ago. And then he killed his girlfriend. And who is he? Because that's the question. And yes, he's got prosthetic legs. I think he lost his legs when he was an infant or something. Number 8 is the Viking spacecraft were sent to photograph what planet? Again, there was Viking 1 and Viking 2. I think there's only 2 of them. They were sent to photograph a planet. Which planet was it, is the question for number 8. Number 9 is, what are the 4 states of matter? What are the 4 states of matter? It's worth up to 4 points. It's the only multiple point question tonight. I've tried to cut the multiple point questions out because that's one of the things that leads to longer scoring times. So what are the 4 states of matter? 4 points. That's number 9. Number 10 is, who's this band or artist? Who's this band or artist? Who's this band or artist? And here's that song for you. Good luck.
Closing time. Open all the doors and let you out into the world. Closing time. Turn all of the lights on over every boy and every girl. Closing time. One last call for alcohol, so finish your whiskey or beer. Closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. Take me home.
If you're wanting to support your locals, Old Nick's apparently just opened an online store. They're not paying me to say this. I just love them. I started hosting trivia there like 4 or 5 years ago. They were my first trivia gig, so I try to support them when I can. And that, I thought I had a button for that. I don't. That is this. That is their makeshift online store. They apparently have pickup times where you can come and pick up your order, and it includes even wine. You can help support them by buying some wine. I'm looking to see. They got wine pictures. They got shirts. Let me see if I can show you this. They got all kinds of shirts. They got shirts. They also have hats. But you can order all that stuff, including maybe some nice little bottles of wine. Go pick it up. Apparently they're doing an online concert at some point too. Although it might conflict with trivia, so you should come to here instead. Nerd Trivia is at 8 p.m. on Saturday. In addition to that, I'm doing a special event in addition to trivia this week. And that is, if you're a fan of Star Wars, and you're a fan of funny stuff, and you're a fan of really weird funny stuff, There's this group that I like, and they have done basically a reimagined version of Star Wars. All episodes 1 through 6. They haven't done the new ones yet, but they're working on it. I'm actually going to back their Patreon. But I'm going to do a watch party for that immediately following Nerd Trivia this Saturday, which would start at about like 9:15, because I think Nerd Trivia ends at about 9:15. This week, I think that's when it ended. And we might even end faster, so maybe it'll be 9 o'clock. I would honestly tune in at 9 o'clock and see when to go from there. But basically, it's going to be posted at this website, which is this one. That's my SciTube website. You go to that. We'll all watch it together. You can comment together, and it makes it so that when we watch the videos, it all plays at the same time. I can't do it through YouTube, I don't think. I guess I could, but they'd probably get pissed off at me. I'm gonna start this over. Apparently, this camera's been off the whole time. I don't know what happened there. I think that was just me being stupid and finishing that beer and then forgetting to hit this button. Number 1 again. The second time. Twice as nice. Twice the points. Number 1. What movie's in the clip? That movie was The Untouchables. The Untouchables. Number 2. Who directed the film North by Northwest? And that is Alfred Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock. And it's a great film. You should check it out. Number 3, it's the movie where the guy's running from the plane in the field. If you know of that movie, that's what the movie is. Number 3, what show's that image from? It is from Jabberjaw. Jabberjaw. It was a show about a band that solved mysteries with a shark. It's like 80 to 90% of the Hanna-Barbera shows from that time where it's like, it's a band, and they solve mysteries, and it's crazy, and something's weird about it, like they got a shark involved. Or maybe this car is alive, and he talks. Number 4 is something with a pH level of 2, an acid or a base. Since I did not have my camera on last time, my joke still works, because I didn't ruin the joke. It's actually neither an ace as acid or a base. It's an ace of base. Zing. No, it's acid. It's an acid. I saw the sign and it opened up my mind. I dropped some acid. I don't know. Number 5, that's the song. Except the last part. This car is a part of a luxury brand for what major automaker? And that is a Lexus. Lexus is the luxury brand for Toyota. Toyota. And this one is $89.99. But wait! I got a surprise for you. I would say I have a magic trick, but I don't have a slide to reveal this discount I'm about to bestow on you, and that is this car. You go to Trivia Night Triad. You go to Oak Auto Sales in North Carolina. You tell them Jonathan from Trivia Night Triad sent you. They're not going to knock off $5 off this price. They're not going to knock off $500 off this price. They're going to knock $2,000 off that price. It's going to be a $7,000 car. $9,000 car? Pfft, bam. It's a $7,000 car just because you were watching this trivia stream. So make sure you mention that if you go in. Go pick yourself up a nice little fancy car tomorrow. And I'll also, while I'm at it, tell you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I would very much appreciate it if you subscribe to this. I'd like you to like this video too. That'd be nice. And as well, please go and like my Facebook page. It's Trivia Night Triad. And it's got that weird little cat my boy Matt Taylor drew for me, which has served as my logo all along. It's a good logo. He's a good guy. You need something designed? Call my boy Matt Taylor. He's going to help you out with that. I can hook you up with his info if you want. Number 6, who was the first president to name an African American to his cabinet? And that is LBJ, Lyndon B. Johnson. Number 7, who's this former Olympian turned convicted murderer? And that is Pistorius, Oscar Pistorius. People were all like, "Oh man, he's so inspiring. He's got no legs and he's in the Olympics, and then he kills his girlfriend." What the crap, dude? This is not inspiring. This is crap, man. Number 8. Viking spacecraft were sent to photograph Mars. They were sent to photograph Mars. Number 9. What are the 4 states of matter? Solid, liquid, gas, plasma. There's also some like stipulation somebody sent me that's like I don't know, it's a technical answer, but we're just taking those regular 4. You don't get a bonus point for pointing out something that I didn't know. Number 10 is who's the band or artist? Who's that band or artist? And that band or artist was Semisonic. Semisonic with Closing Time. and I would normally say it's closing time, but it's not, because we are going to a little tie break here tonight, which I anticipated, so I prepared for that, thank God. We're going to go over these scores real quick, and I'll tell you who's playing in that tie break. Alright, so we have, with 14 points, Cub, we have 40 points going to that darn effing cat. Man. We got 45 points going to Allie Willie. Oh, I missed one. We got 43 points going to Lockdown Funk You Up. We got 45 to Allie Willie, 47 to Slater and Sarah, 48 to Zinzendorf's Angels, 48 to Corvid 4, and 48 to David C. We have 49 points going to two teams. They are Broke with Kids and Double Take. 52 points, The Dead Bedrooms. 53 points is our first of two ties. And it is Mark and Courtney versus Space and Juice's Bogus Journey. You guys are tied for our second place, which means you will be running off for third place. We got in first place, we got a tie between two teams who are also running off. They are We Just Might Get Lucky and Rough Riders. Yeah, I know. I agree. So, it's electromagnetic pulse. 3 teams out of 3 teams who answered got it. The other team didn't submit an answer. So, question number 2 is, who is pictured there? Who is pictured on the screen? That's number 2. The answer is Sam Sneed, which We Just Might Got Lucky. Got a $15 Sheets gift card to our second place team, which is Rough Riders. And we got $25 gas card going to our first place team, which is We Just Might Get Lucky. Thank you for playing, and congratulations to you. Also, thanks again so much to Oak Auto Sales, North Carolina, located on Bodenhammer Street in Kernersville, North Carolina, which is a short little drive from here. We got some really good deals for you from that. If you pick out one of those cards from one of the slides, you tell him Jonathan from Trivia Night Triad sent you. He's going to knock off $500 on 3 of those, and $2,000 off the price of one of them. So you should go check it out. I hope you also come to that Star Wars thing after trivia on Saturday this weekend. Geek Trivia is at 8 p.m. Saturday night. Immediately following that, we're going to watch the Star Wars thing. It's really funny. It was so funny, I almost choked on food like 3 times laughing, and B, had to keep stopping it because I was laughing so bad that I was not being able to hear what was being said. So if you know Star Wars, you'll really enjoy it, and especially if you like just silly things. And that's Saturday after trivia, Nerd Trivia. Also, this Thursday night, I'm being sponsored by Texas Pete. I don't know what the prizes are yet. They haven't responded to me today, but they have set up to sponsor on Thursday at 7:30, same channel here, and that's Texas Pete sponsoring with some kind of prizes. It might be hot sauce, but that's good because it's the best hot sauce, I think. So we're gonna end Trivia Night Try tonight. Hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. If you're feeling tipsy, I got a tip jar, and then I'm gonna post those links up on the screen to the Old Nick store and to where I'm going to be hosting the watch party, which won't be up until then, obviously. I'm going to turn the slideshow off. Those are those links. And let me show you my tip jar with Tom Nook. Alright, so that's it. I hope you had a good time. I hope you come to this trivia stream. I hope you come to go shop at Old Nick's, which has fallen under here. There's that. And be safe out there. Try to not get coronavirus and stay in your house. Just social distance, wear gloves, wash your hands, wear a mask, all those things.